Hey guys, welcome. I'm Mark. This is my channel, Crypto Boy in Oz. Brand new channel. It's only been going 4 or 5 weeks. Had major issues, technical issues, trying to get the software to work with my PC and my graphics card, and finally cracked it. So I've actually had about 5 videos, each one thinking I've cracked it. Each one 40 minutes long minimum. What no one will ever see because the recording was no good. So I feel like I've repeated myself, and I think have I actually said this already? And I have, but no one's heard me. So here goes. So first off, I just wanted to point out 7 subscribers. 7 subscribers. Now, for me, this is a small amount, but I want it to be intimate, and there's no better way to be intimate than have a small audience. I mean, think about like when you've got comedians and they working in front of audiences of tens of thousands. Bit more easy going. But when you're working in front of a crowd they might only be 10 or 100, you feel a bit more under pressure because you've got to please a bit more, and that's why I wanted to just address that I've only got 7 followers and think before you turn away, you found the video and you think, oh, this guy's only got 7 followers. It's going to be absolute rubbish. Well, everyone starts somewhere, yeah. This is me starting. This is my first proper video that's not on a mobile that I've not been doing while I'm at work or whatever in my day job. And another reason why I want you to um, subscribe to the channel and hopefully like the channel is I'm like you. Like, you're watching this. I presume if you're watching this channel, it's because you're early in your adventure. You're early into your life-changing wealth story of changing your life. Now, you might have only invested a small amount. You might not have invested anything yet. Depending on where you are financially, I don't know how much you've invested, but I'm just like you. Like, I invested in 2018 after the bull market. I didn't realise we were in a market crash, so I started buying in. I spent about $5,000. I bought a mining machine, all wasted, completely wasted. The mining machine now generates about $2 a day, which is way more than the electricity, so I don't even use it. And the coins that I had went down to $400. Now I revisited crypto in February of this year, and they were actually worth $10,000. Subsequently, they've gone up and they've come down, and I've invested a little bit more, about $4,000 extra. Currently, it's all in all, it's worth about $10,000 because the market plummeted. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to get at is I'm a beginner as such. I've done a lot of research these last 3 or 4 months. I've started kind of understanding technical analysis. I'm reading so much. I'm consuming so much knowledge about all these different projects and learning about the fundamentals, learning about the teams, the founders, the developers, the use cases, what's actually working, what actually isn't, what's anticipated to be coming out soon. So I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and to be honest, kind of taking over my life a little bit. I don't know if you feel the same. I don't know if you've just put a bit of money in and forget about it, or you're just completely obsessed by it. And the thing is now, I'm getting more interested as we're going into like a bit of a bear cycle. What's a bear market? Because I don't think we are. I think we're in a bull market, but I just think we're going through a little period in time where certain players are trying to bring the price down for the sole purpose of buying cheap, and that's pretty much what I think. So, but yeah, thank you for watching the channel so far, and so you're not just staring at me. I kind of zoomed in on, well, I went full screen on me just to emphasise how thankful I am for you to watch this show. If you like it, subscribe, smash the like button, because that lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. So I'll get rid of me and go back to my page here. So this is my page. I hope you like the look of the show. I'm trying to make it a bit more professional looking. So let's go. So I wanted to point out one story which I tried to do yesterday about El Salvador, no, the day before, about El Salvador putting through Congress about making Bitcoin legal tender. And this is how quick El Salvador work. I mean, I know there have been a lot of stuff going on in the background pre Bitcoin 2021 in Miami, and they announced it live on that program, on that show. But then he tweeted saying he's putting it in front of Congress. I think yesterday, and then today it's actually been passed. It's been passed. So El Salvador now is the first country in the world that's made Bitcoin legal tender. So that means every person, every merchant, every store in El Salvador in the full country has to accept Bitcoin. Well, I'm sure that's what it means, or it should do, because it's legal tender, and you can't not accept legal tender, as far as my understanding goes. So just take a quick read of this. I mean, this is really good news. So, bill to make Bitcoin legal tender passes in El Salvador. President Nayib Bukel's Bitcoin law was passed in the Salvadorian Congress tonight. The president of El Salvador's bill to make Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador passed Congress with a supermajority just before 6 a.m. UTC. So this only happened within the last couple of hours. This is how fresh this is off the press. So in a Twitter Spaces conversation that began just after 5 a.m. UTC with 22,000 listeners, President Nayib Bukele said he would sign off on the historic law later tonight first thing tomorrow. It goes into effect immediately, he said, clarifying the government would allow 90 days for the infrastructure to be put in place. This is the groundbreaking tweet. The Bitcoin law has been approved by a supermajority in the Salvadorian Congress. 62 of 84 votes. That is mental. So 62 government officials out of 84 were in favour of having Bitcoin as legal tender for the country. He said that accepting Bitcoin would be mandatory for all businesses. I thought it would be. They have to take it by law, he said, of merchants in the country. If you go to Mexico, they have to take your pesos. In this case of El Salvador, in the case of El Salvador, Bitcoin is going to be legal tender just as the US dollar. He revealed that he will be meeting with the International Monetary Fund on Thursday. The government will also be releasing an official Bitcoin wallet. However, this will not be mandatory. The government intends to hold 150 million equivalent of Bitcoin in a trust fund in its development bank to assume the risks of merchants. Permanent residence will be available for those who invest 3 Bitcoin in El Salvador. Asked if the country would put Bitcoin into its reserves, he said there were no immediate plans. Probably not even thought about that yet. I'm assuming they will do at some point, but this is interesting. This is interesting me here. So he revealed that he will be meeting with the International Monetary Fund. Because think about it. They're a sovereign nation. They might be a small country, but they're a country nevertheless. They've accepted Bitcoin as legal tender. So realistically, the International Monetary Fund would have to accept Bitcoin too. So other countries around the world surely will have to accept Bitcoin, just because they can't refuse legal tender from a sovereign nation, from a country. So to have this is huge, and you've had Paraguay talking about it recently as well. And I think there was another country too which has kind of jumped in on it as well, but they're thinking about implementing something similar. So for this to happen so quick, it's amazing. It's really groundbreaking, just to say the least. I've just sent the Bitcoin law to Congress. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's important news? I mean, I do, and I think again, it's adoption. It's the network effect, because I mean, it's taken so long to be classed as something that isn't a scam, regardless of what the big orange American dude said. He's obviously not a clue what's going on. Don't know what day it is, but it's like it's taken so long for the masses to kind of realise, okay, Bitcoin, and think scam, but instead of thinking scam, thinking, yeah, perhaps I need to look into that a bit more. And then you've got all the institutions, um, you've got all the countries now that are probably thinking about stockpiling it, all the hedge funds. There's so much interest driving into cryptocurrency, and now you've got El Salvador that's accepted it as legal tender. You've got Paraguay that's also looking into it. There's another country, it slips my mind at the minute, that's looking into it. So it's all network effect. It's all because one person's doing it, then another one's interested, and it's just human psychology. So to get a country involved is like absolutely massive. Um, so that's all I wanted to show you. I mean, there were a couple of other stories that I was interested in, but I think that'll do for now because I just want to make sure this video gets out there, gets out there basically, and it's not gonna start hiccuping and slowing down on me. So just wanted to quickly jump on the prices. Bitcoin has bounced. It did go down, I think, earlier this morning. Oh, that's I don't know what's earlier this morning. I think it were touching around 31,000. Ethereum was about 2,000. I think two and a half, and it's all kind of bounced. Not as high as probably most people like, but I think we're going to be in for a bit of a long ride going sideways. I really don't think we're going to be jumping up any bullish movements anytime soon. I think this could be here for like 2 or 3 weeks. And to be honest, you say anytime soon, 2 or 3 weeks isn't that far off. But in the crypto space, 2 or 3 weeks seems like 2 or 3 months because everything happens so damn fast. In fact, I'm just gonna open up a chart actually. So as you can see from all my different tabs, I will just while I'm looking, watch out for anyone that's on the contact you on Telegram, and they want to help, claiming that they're from I don't know support from one of the projects, and they'll send you a website and it's BIP39 mnemonic code, and you put your details in, and it's actually a live website. So what you see is what they see. So as soon as you start typing, they see what you're typing. So if you ever get anything sent to you, obviously never give away your personal key, your private keys ever. They're your keys. If someone else gets your keys, they're their keys. So be careful. But yeah, I'll just jump to this chart because I just wanted to show it you. Sorry, don't know what happened there. So if you look at Bitcoin here, like it dropped below the support level here, which was, when was this? Go to the daily chart. So here we go. This is where it dropped through, and it went through the support and it went down. It dipped down to like 30, just over 31. It has come back up again, but I really think because the support level were broke, I really think it's going to test lower lows, and I'm not sure how low it can go. But I mean the next support levels. I mean there is support around 31,000, but not a lot, and the first proper support that you see is around 22,000. So there is possibilities it could drop considerably to lower lows, and that's why I just want you to be careful if you've got any fiat currency. If you're actually onboarding into cryptocurrency right now, maybe worth staggering in. So maybe just invest a small amount and then keep a reserve and just watch the market and watch it, see if it does dip, because there's a good possibility it's going to go mid-20s. I don't know if it'll get as low as like 22. And the reason why I think that is, I mean, a lot of people think that's the support, and it can get to that amount. It can get to that level, like 19,000. But if you think about it, the times we're in now are actually unprecedented, because looking back at previous cycles, it was just all retail investors pretty much. There might have been the odd company, but nothing on the scale of like Michael Saylor and hedge funds. It was just all small, big whales and retail, and whales kind of dictated the price. They could dump it, put fear of God into people, and drop the price as much as they wanted to, because they had the majority of the coins. Now, even now they have got a lot of coins in comparison to most people, but there's a lot of institutions, there's a lot of hedge funds. I suspect there's a lot of governments, countries that hold Bitcoin and Ethereum and perhaps other altcoins. So, and they're not trading it; they're buying it, holding it on private keys, private wallets. It's actually off chain, and they're not keeping these large amounts in exchanges. So when I say I don't think it could go as low as 20,000, the reason being is purely that, because if you've got big whales that are wanting to bring the price down, and they're selling high amounts of Bitcoin, when the price gets to like 30,000, as you're seeing with this bounce here right now, like it come down to this 31,100 mark, and is this setting new low? Is this setting a new law? Because once it comes down to this kind of level, the likes of Michael Saylor and Tesla have bought previously, and all the institutions and hedge funds, they're gobbling up the Bitcoin at this price because it's half price. It was 60,000. It might have gone up a bit quick and got there too fast, but it got there, and it's going to go back there, and it's going to surpass that. So when the price has been driven down so low to like 31,000, then you've got massive influx of cash purchasing Bitcoin, which then puts the price back up again. So to get it less than 20,000 or 20,000, I think you're going to have to see maybe some hedge funds and institutional investors actually dumping Bitcoin, because I can't see any other way of it going down. Now, if they are doing, maybe, because they might be in cahoots, they might have friends in high places who want to get in on the ladder. They want to get in, and they don't want to pay 30. They might not want to pay 34k. So the price, it could come down again. Will it come down to this kind of level though, 29, or will it go down to like 22, 20? Who knows? But I'm just hedging my bets. I actually had stop losses on all my trades, and I got stopped out of them all. I've not actually got back in yet, so I've got a considerable amount of funds in stable coins and fiat. Stable coins where they're on exchanges, and then one of the exchanges I use, it automatically pulls it back into fiat. So I'm just waiting for the right moment. So I didn't want to jump back in, because I was asleep for the bounce. I had limit orders put in, but I thought it might have gone lower, so I missed out on the limit orders. So I'm just waiting now for the next move, and what that it'll be, when it'll be. Will it be today, tomorrow, in a week? I don't know yet, but one thing's for sure, if the price does go down to them kind of levels, that means your other, let's have a look here, just to bring up just to get you comparisons. So if you look at Matic, and Matic had a massive run up from April, and I missed out on it, to be honest, but it had an high of $2.80, wick of the candle, and then it dropped, and it dropped again, and it went down to 76 cents. Now, when you're looking at these kind of numbers, if you can pick up Matic at 75, 80, 85 cents, buy it and hold it, don't trade it. Don't trade it, because you'll lose, because trying to trade the market is, unless you're really lucky, it's more difficult than you think. Same again with DOT. Peaked up at DOT, Jesus, I mean, look at it. DOT went to $49 and then it dropped down to, I think, $13.80. So if you can pick up DOT anywhere from $13.80 up to, I'd say $17.50, in that range, if you can pick up DOT around there, buy it, hold it, don't trade it. Unless you're a trader and you know exactly what you're doing, it's not worth it. Just keep hold of it, forget about it, and then kind of forget about what happens with the price. It doesn't matter. If you've paid that for it, be happy with it, because within this cycle, it's going to go back up to $50, so you would have already 3x your money if you got it down here, 2x minimum. But it's going to go way higher. And if you believe in what you've invested in, if you believe in your main coins, your Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, Chainlink, Luna, Thorchain, if you believe in all these coins, and Kusama, that's another one, what they are now is nothing. These are going to go through the proverbial roof. Parabolic is what they're going to do. Towards the end of this year, they're going to 10x. I'd say from now, 10x minimum. So just get in, put your foot in the door, make an investment, invest in fundamental driven coins. Don't invest in micro cap coins that have no use case. You might make money on them if someone pumps them, but at the minute there isn't enough volume, there isn't enough money in the market to spread it across all the different projects, all the different coins. There's just not. And if you come back here, and then we just look at the market cap, it's 1.5 trillion. It's actually gone up $1 billion today. But originally, like a month ago, it was about 2.4 trillion. So it's 1.5. And if you look at the top players, the top coins, so market cap, it's like, look, the market cap 1.5 trillion. Between Bitcoin, 647. So between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether, that's $1 trillion. Am I right? 647. Yeah. Just between those $1 trillion. So then you've got the rest, every other coin, split up into the rest of the coins. So all the liquidity, which means all the money that's changing hands, is all in these top coins. It's only in these top coins. It's only in the top coins with fundamentals that have got use case, that are actually being implemented right now, with the exception of Cardano. That's in the testnet phase, but the mainnet launch is going live in the next few weeks. So if you've got low cap coins, when the price goes down, it takes longer to recover because there isn't enough money in the market, and all the money is in these top altcoins and Bitcoin. So recovery process is a lot longer, and the liquidity as well isn't there. So the really low cap coins, the slippage, what you might pay when you're transferring from one to another, some of these low cap coins, they can be 11%, and even 3%. You don't want to be paying that really, but yeah. So just bear in mind what you invest in. If you invest in shit, maybe reevaluate where you're investing, and I'd seriously just invest in coins with fundamentals, coins that have been around, they're doing something. And so like you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum. Obviously you don't need to say anything about those two. I mean, the network effect on all of these, to be honest, is substantial, and you don't need to worry about any of the investments because they wouldn't be here if they weren't sound, solid, and have great fundamentals, with the exception of Dogecoin, which was a meme coin. But even that, it's got network effect. It's got adopted by the masses, so it isn't going anywhere. I mean, this was a sub micro penny, like not one or something ridiculous. So I mean, Binance coin was $600 plus. Cardano got up to $2.40. Doge is up to 70 or was. XRP has struggled, to be honest. It's dollars have been, I think $1.50 was its maximum. Polkadot, which has got its own like parachain. Uniswap, which is a DEX where you can exchange all your coins. Solana, it's on blockchain. Not really keen on Bitcoin Cash, but it is there. Same with Litecoin. Chainlink is just fundamental to all cryptos because it's the Oracle. So a lot of these coins use Chainlink. Theta is another one. Polygon is massive. VeChain. This is going to have its time at some point. Aave, Kasama. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, PancakeSwap, that's like another Uniswap, but that's on the Binance Smart Chain. I mean, one that's, to be honest, I'll mention one that's like kind of under the radar. It's Gero, Gero. This one is going to be, I believe, this one's going to be massive. The reason being, PancakeSwap's Binance, Uniswap's Ethereum. Gero is being built on the Cardano platform, which is going to come live as soon as the mainnet launches. And Gero is multi-cross-platform exchange, so you can literally buy and sell any coin on any exchange. And not only that, I think it's coming towards the end of the year. It's actually having on-ramps, onboarding, so you can actually put fiat straight into Gero wallet, which no one else has done yet. So I think Gero, I mean, if you look at the price of PancakeSwap, $17, which is a bargain, but this was like $35, $40. Uniswap, I think, was up to $50. Gero is 22 cents, I believe. Let's get it up here. 19 cents. So Gero is 19 cents. So you think about Uniswap, you think about PancakeSwap. Gero kind of makes them obsolete. I mean, they'll still get used, don't get me wrong, but Gero wallet is like, why would you use anything else? If you can exchange all different coins in one place, you're not going to be going anywhere else. So I think this had its IDO back in not long ago, like 4 weeks. So I mean, it peaked obviously up here, but that obviously then people sell it, and it was steady, hovering around 30-40 cents. But then with what's happened, the prices have just crashed. So that's one to get on your radar, and I'd seriously consider investing in it. It's available on Uniswap, I think, at the minute. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to keep any more of your time. If you've liked what you've heard, if you want to see more content, if you like listening to my voice, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Smash that like button, because that lets YouTube know that you're interested, and it'll show it to like-minded people. And if anyone is like in the same boat as me, where they're just starting out, you can get that connection where we can grow together. We can kind of build from having very little to having life-changing wealth. And I'm not sure if it'll be this next year, but I think if you're getting now, I mean, life-changing wealth for me isn't millions, it's a lot less. So I personally think I'm going to have life-changing wealth by next year, depending on how long this bull cycle goes on for. But in 4 years' time, guys, anyone getting in now, anyone investing money now, I'd say, I wouldn't like to put a limit on it, but $5,000 to $10,000, if you put that into crypto now, into projects with fundamentals, I wouldn't like to say where that's going to take you in 4 years from now after the next cycle. And don't forget, it's only 3 years to the next halving. Then it'll be the year after where it all happens again. So I want to get to know everybody on here right now. Send me a message where you're at. Leave some comments so I can have a good read and get back to you. And then we can go through some shit. We can go through some ups and downs, and we can have life-changing wealth together. And that's the aim. I wanna go through it with you guys. I wanna go through all the ups and downs, but I want to feel it, and that's the difference between me and everybody else. I'm going to feel exactly the same as you do, because when 50% of your value gets wiped off and you've only got 10k in the game, it's quite demoralising. And when you actually work for a living, you've got a day job that pays the bills, and you're doing this to give you financial freedom and change your life and change your family's life. I'm feeling that with you. Like, I'm at the same level. I don't have any spare money. Like, my money, any spare money I get goes straight into crypto, because I know crypto's the future. I know it's going to change the world, and I know it's going to change my life, and I know it's going to change your life. So thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. So subscribe to the channel, like the button, and if you've got any friends that are interested in crypto, or they want to get on board with it, or they can thinking about it, share them my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Until next time.